Hey guys, it's RobJ here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a product from Formica Modular Ant Farm Kit. This is their FORMICA All-in-One Ant Habitat. It's a interesting all-in-one nest, I would say. 100% 3D printed. Everything here is 3D printed, but they have a unique little take on things. They actually do a sort of 3D mixture, and they do this between things like wood, bamboo, cork, or just a normal PLA, or what they like to call bioplastic, and this leads to various colour changes, and it's rather nice. So we're going to start at one end and work our way up. So we're going to start with, how do you get your ants inside? Pretty simple question. Well, they include everything you need to do so. They include this test tube adapter with a small piece of tubing, and it easily just pushes on to quite a sturdy connection port. This was really rather easy, and I could see this being rather kid friendly, and the setup itself seems to be aimed in that direction as well. So you would have your ants here, say like you bought them or you had the ants already. They include a test tube just in case you don't have the right size, and the ants would move into the Outworld and then into the nest during their exploring, and eventually a move would happen. Now, talking about Outworld. The Outworld is a nice rectangular shape and it's quite a nice depth. The only thing with the Outworld I would mention is I can't see PTFE working on this because it's such a rough surface up the side walls that I don't even see PTFE sort of effectiveness to stop the ants getting on the top lid glass. So just bear that in mind for when you're wanting to go in for cleaning. You're going to want to make sure most of the ants are trapped in the nest. Okay, so you see it has a red overlay, but that is just a piece of red foil, and it is easily removable if you don't like it. If you have quite a light sensitive species that can't see the colour red, it's useful to keep. But underneath you see we have this rather charming and really nice looking wood mix with the PLA 3D printing plastic. And I really quite like this, and you can choose from cork, bamboo or wood or bioplastic. This is the wood one, and I think from having a close look at everything else, this is rather nice. I really quite prefer this. It's a much nicer colour than the dark brown that the unit is encased in, and I quite like the colour changes. The back of the unit, or inside the back wall of the nest, is actually like a micro mesh, or like a vented system, and that enables you to put these two included glass test tubes in, and all this cotton wool, which is easily bought at a shop if you want to replace it, the test tubes fill or keep it hydrated, and that's a lot of water. You know, that reservoir is going to last for a while, so I can see them having drinking water for quite a while if you were to say leave. When you're placing anything like the Outworld lid back on or the red foil, I recommend using the included tweezers. It really stops you putting little fingerprints when you're trying to push things in. Later on I'll show you a better demonstration of this, but as you see, you can get the Outworld lid in so much yourself, and then I'm just using the tweezers so I don't put big fingerprints pushing in the corners. It is quite a tight lock, which is reassuring, but it does add that little extra fiddliness to put the lid on, but I don't think it's going to be a really over the top thing to have to do. The included accessories that I've mentioned, we're going to go through them now. They include a nice pipette, the translucent plastic tweezers, and then they give you 2 substrates for the Outworld. They give you a large grained sand, they give you some cocoa fibre that if you add a little bit of water it'll soften up and you'll be able to add it into your Outworld. A little bit of debris mix, this is mixed between some limestone, some wood chips and a acorn. This is rather nice to be included, but a little tiny magnifying glass, which once again reinforces the idea that I think this is aimed at kids, but that is only optional. I don't see why not I could even use this in my ant setup. So let's see what you can make with the included accessories to sort of see what the manufacturer envisioned this system looking like. So I've gone with the sand because I know it's going to be far easier to deal with, and that's much better. So I'm not going to go overboard because it isn't exactly a massive Outworld. But I think it creates a rather nice effect. And they include this really good 3D printed starter dish. And you can get these separately in different sizes on their website. And it is by far some of the best ant dishes that I've seen around. That if you want something to look a bit more natural, and you could probably just pop them in your dishwasher. So as you see how I attached the lid, I found the best way to not put fingerprints all over it was just use your included tweezers. Overall, I think this is quite a substantial kit, and I would like to see some more reinforcing around the water test tube areas. That did look like it could be a little flimsy, so I'd be careful with yours. As for the manufacturer, I would recommend maybe some more reinforcement to that, a bit like the connection port's strength. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this quick look, please leave me a like. Thanks a lot.